Here we go. We just built this disc and we're kind of seeing how it works. I used a screw down pressure system, I guess, and I will have my buddy weld a disc onto it. We're using the side-by-side to give her an old test in the food plot. It's still a little too wet in here from all the rain we got, but we're seeing how she works. But we're making it happen right now. Kind of chop up some weeds. We'll get to spraying next week probably. A little rock for weight on it. Better than a cinder block, it's a little heavier. A little too wet over in that corner there. But the other stuff's doing pretty well, cutting up the weeds, but we'll still spray again, obviously. Best tractor I got, even though I got one sitting in the shed. I'll give you guys a little rundown of what we built and how we're doing this time, because it worked out really well. So chopped up everything on top and the weeds kind of in back. That's obviously too wet to deal with right now, but obviously we're just testing out a new disc system. We kind of hodgepodge together with the parts we had. So it has a dial crank from Moto Alliance, and then a disc implement that we ended up putting a rock on. So I don't know, we didn't have to strap it down, so it stayed on because it weighs probably, I don't know, a good 70 pounds of stone that just we find randomly out here where we live. It's just all uphill down here, and when it rains really bad, it drains just right here and it just sits stagnant, or it goes into our creek that's up front. So this is kind of a home for us. This is our acre food plot that I made, so we'll be putting domain into this. We'll probably be putting some hot chicken here, green machine, and then mother load. So can't wait to get that stuff in. It's kind of a mixture of beans, peas, chicory, clover, and I think oats, if I'm not mistaken. And I think there might be a little bit of turnips or radish in one of the mixes. I gotta look again when I pull them out here. Once we actually get going here, should turn out pretty good with how this disc is working. I mean, every year I'd have a 6 sickle blade ripper that I take my John Deere tractor with, and I rip up probably like a good 2 inches, because I also tend to plant corn. But I may not have to. We'll see. I'll come back out here in a week once I get a new sprayer tank for my ATV, and kill what comes up probably next weekend or a couple weeks. We'll see what happens. We're supposed to get a lot of rain Monday, they're calling for, so we'll see how that goes. Farmers are finally planting out the fields, so we'll see how long that lasts, how much more rain we get. So yeah, this is kind of the home acreage that's slowly drying up. We're getting there, fingers crossed. So stick around, stay tuned. We'll probably mix this with spraying, and then from there, after I'm done spraying, I'll give a rundown of everything we're using this year, and we'll go from there. So stick around. Brandon from Dead or Alive Outdoors, and we'll see ya. All right, we're gonna do a little recap video here of what we will be planting. So we just about got everything disced up out back. Majority of this we're going to do a little inline ripping to establish some seed trenches for the soybeans, and maybe if we do corn, I'm not sure yet, but soybeans and peas will probably go about a couple inches in the ground and broadcast that in. Then we'll take a drag and we will put that dirt back over the seed trenches and get some good seed to soil contact and coverage, and hopefully it'll rain here again. I mean, I can't believe I'm saying that, but be nice to get a nice little sprinkle and not a monsoon we've been getting down here. So let's go over what we're using this year. Of course, we got the line domain, got Green Machine, Hot Chick, Comeback Kid, and Mother Load. Mother Load's got the soybeans and pea mix, a little bit of buckwheat, good high protein. We're not going to use all of it, but I'm going to do a mixture of all of this into each section of this. So this plot will be, this whole front area will be the beans and soybeans, maybe some corn up here for a little screen. Then over here it's a little shaded more. We'll do some clover and alfalfa. Way in the back, there's a strip back there. We'll do clover and alfalfa, and chicory here, chicory here too as well. And then in the kind of in the middle section, to picture it as the middle of the square we got going on, we'll do some of that Green Machine there to get some brassicas in there, a little bit of oats too, which will be cool. So we're kind of gonna put a whole different blend in here. I usually do corn, and peas, and some turnips and radish every year, but the radish and turnips kind of just seem to go to waste, I guess. I mean, it's good for the soil, but it just sits there and kind of withers away till spring, and then it's kind of nice to till into because it keeps the soil loose and good natural goodies for the soil for nutrients wise. So it's kind of the plan here. Could plant today honestly, but we're still a little wet in our corners that we really want to get contact in. So just a little recap of what we're using. Green Machine, it's got the winter peas, brassicas, oats in it. Hot Chick has your chicory, and you've got some clover in it. Comeback Kid's got little 4 varieties of that clover, so we won't use too much of that because Hot Chick has most of it, so we don't really need to use a whole ton of this. And then the main baggage will be our Mother Load, which has soybeans, peas, lab, a little bit of buckwheat. So gonna kind of go for a variety this year, as every year the corn kind of gets eaten right before season, which is kind of to be expected. So yeah, Brandon here, Dead or Alive Outdoors. We'll get to planting here hopefully the next weekend or so. Doesn't look like we have too many weeds popping through, which is actually really nice. So the weedier areas have been the corners, which have been the spots that held water pretty bad, so they kind of get that runoff of whatever comes down the hill and the drainage, all those weeds and that crappy stuff. So yeah, can't wait to get that done. And then once food plots are done, we got to go over to Justin's place and do the same thing. So plan is to bring most of this over there, as he only has maybe an acre total, if that, of area we're going to be planting. So should have some leftovers of this to broadcast over there and establish over there. So stick around. Videos coming more frequently, and some reels on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube. So thanks for all the views and likes on there, as it looks like we're kind of tracking along and growing there. So stick around, and there will be more, and there will also be more scouting. So peace out.